This is your Monday motivation.
It's Motivation Monday, and today's topic is just staying real. Keeping it who you are. If you try to copy others, if you try to steal choreography from the internet, if you steal things off of YouTube, if you have to force things, it will be exhausting. You cannot be a pioneer or a leader in this industry by stealing content or copying content or not being an original creative human being. It'll be exhausting. It's literally exhausting because you will keep chasing and chasing and chasing, but you'll never catch up because the people that are original and the people that are creative will always outpace you because they're innovators. So you have to just kind of know your strengths. And maybe if you're not a creative individual, then maybe you're a really strong technique teacher and you should lean into that. So just figure out who you are and just stay real, and that will show you the best path for you.
Tuesday technique.
Happy Tuesday. Let's talk technique. Today we're going to talk about front aerials. I love me a front aerial. If you're unfamiliar with what that skill is, take a look. If not done correctly, front aerials can actually be super dangerous. As you can see from this skill, they land without control. They're landing with a lot of weight and a lot of force in a super hyperextended position, which can be really problematic for the knee, hip, and of course the lower back and the SI joint. It can get really crammed. So making sure that we're safe when we're training these. Front aerial is essentially a front walkover without hands. My top tip for the technique of the front aerial is to go back and really refine a square hip alignment in your front walkover. So a lot of the errors that happen in the front aerial is that the dancers are used to opening up their hip line to enhance the aesthetic of any of their limbering skills. And we need to square off the pelvis to make sure that the front aerial travels square in flight. So my tip for that is to get 2 stickers, put them on the hip bones and get those flashlights facing forward, and then practicing our front walkovers super square before anything else and before we take that up into the air and make it a front aerial.
Wednesday wisdom.
Right from the beginning, one of the most common mistakes or misunderstanding is that high talent equals high results. And that's something that we want to believe because we feel that the dancers with the highest level of skill automatically should be achieving the highest level of success, but that's actually not the case. We need high skill and high will. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Thursday theory.
So your dancers have taken the summer off, and now they come back to class, and they're confused inside their own bodies. The biggest thing that we need to consider with our dancers who may be going through growing pains, changes in their body shape, changes to their hormone, puberty, and social circles, is to understand that these dancers are going through a period of change. During these times, sometimes their dancing might seem a little bit off. They might feel a lack of coordination and agility. It's our job as educators to support the dancers through these difficult times. Go back to the basics. Focus on the core fundamentals of your technique, placement and line. Allow some error for changes in balance, and continue to focus on basic technique. This will allow the dancers to have success and gain more confidence as they go through these changes.
It's Friday flexibility.
Place one hand on a wall or chair and reach through, down, and across to the other ankle. Using your breath, hold each stretch and pull to aid rotation.
Saturday strength.
The psoas is the primary hip flexor, assisted by the iliacus. Many dancers struggle to keep an open posture while working in hip flexion. For example, maintaining upper body carriage and posture while performing a développé. The following example shows a conditioning drill where dancers can maintain an open position and work for strengthening of the hip flexors.
The Sunday Science.
So the names of these muscles are not necessarily important, but what you need to know is that there's this group of 6 little muscles that are deeper and lower down to your glute muscles, and they are the ones that are responsible for turnout. These are your primary turnout rotation muscles. These are the ones that we want to work on when we're training turnout, and these are the ones that dancers should be able to recruit to hold their turnout. So dancers should be able to laterally rotate their hip to turn their hip muscle out and hold that turnout with those muscles without their glutes really engaging if they're just in a standing position.